Hi everybody, this is Brian with BackStage360. We're with Myke Wilkerson, and he's got some exciting new guitars out. We're going to let him talk to us about them. Myke, first of all, thanks for taking some time with us.
Yeah,
man.
we're out at Winter NAMM 2016 with 660 guitars. This is our first time to be out here, and actually we just launched the company in November, so this is the first time a lot of people are actually seeing our full line. But we've got some really cool prototypes that we're showing off too, things that haven't been seen on the internet yet. So,
what was the mindset behind the development of the guitars? What were you trying to accomplish, and did you meet your goal?
Yeah. It started out of necessity. Mainly, we're gigging musicians, so we would have guitars. You spend a lot of money on a nice guitar, and some of the problems you run into if you're getting a little rowdy on stage, it's like we were pulling out strap buttons, or you have a really nice finish that was kind of getting marred up. And my co-partner here, Drew, he runs a machine shop, and so he thought, you know, we can take aluminum and we can tap and have a threaded bolt in there, and then that thing's not coming out, you know. So we started building for like structural rigidity, and then whenever we started putting them together and getting the tone out of it that we really like, we said, you know what? Well, let's see if we can't take this out public and see if other people are interested like we are.
Now, where's your manufacturing plant? Where do you actually make the guitars?
East Texas.
East Texas.
East Texas.
Now,
so
you don't live in Texas, do you?
I do. Yeah.
You don't have an accent.
Well, I worked in radio for 7 years, and they hit you about this non-regional diction. So you know.
You should be running the interview.
Oh no, I don't know about that. But yeah, we started to make a strong guitar, a stage sort of tank-like, you know, stage-proof guitar, and then from there the tone sounded great, so we just kept rolling with it. And we threw on, it's aluminum body, but we have a carbon fiber graphite neck because some of the old aluminum necks, as it would heat up from your hand, you'd start to get changes in tuning and things like that, and we wanted, for gigging musicians, to be able to play outside and not have to worry about it all the time as well. So like, as we build, we're constantly thinking about the guy out playing the guitar, you know.
You've got a lot of neat looking guitars on the wall.
Right.
Tell us about a couple of them.
Yeah, there's a couple we're really proud of that they're humbucker designs. One it's just a single humbucker, single volume knob, but we have a triple on switch, and it changes different wiring patterns between your standard series, which is your traditional humbucker sound. Then you switch it up in the middle, and it cuts a coil, but it's a single coil towards the neck. And then you push it all the way up, and it's parallel wiring, which is out of phase with each other, and it kind of gives almost an in-between a humbucker and single coil sound. So there's a lot of tonal variations on that one. It's just a single pickup. And man, flipping between those, it's not like you're rolling off tone. It's switching the sound of the guitar. It's really nice. Makes it articulate whenever you're playing lower tunings. We really appreciate that design. Every humbucker has, actually we can maybe show this one.
We got one to look at right now.
Yeah. Each one is on a floating rail, and so depending on what you're playing through, if you've got a dark amp, you can kind of brighten up the sound of the guitar by pushing closer to the bridge, or if you've got a high gain, like more of a high frequency sounding amp, then you can push it up closer to the neck and kind of balance out the guitars. We were putting these on the prototypes to find where we wanted to put the fixed position, but we were finding like there's such a variety in tone that we felt like the player should be able to choose as well.
Right.
So, because I've switched in between amps myself, and one sound that's like almost your signature sound, when you switch amps, the guitar sounds different through the amp because they're both interacting together. This way you can adjust and sculpt the sound you want.
And the composition of the body itself is?
Yeah, it's machined aluminum with industrial grade powder coat. So it's aircraft grade aluminum, industrial grade powder coat. This thing, I mean, it's built to last, you know.
Okay, so in my hand I have, what am I holding?
Right. That's a CT52. We call it the Craftsman, and it's a standard double humbucker, and it's wired like you'd think. All the way down is your bridge, up is both, and then up all the way is your neck pickup. The only difference is you also can move the pickups back and forth to adjust the tonal quality of the guitar and change the bass frequency, so, or the bass response of it. It's great.
It has a really nice feel right in through here.
That's right, yeah, the graphite neck, it plays like an unfinished wood neck, so if you've never played one, you can imagine, like with an unfinished, as your hand starts to heat up while you're playing on stage, you got some lights on you, your hand starts to heat up, gets clammy. A finished neck creates a little bit of drag, whereas an unfinished neck, it slides pretty smooth. And so we wanted to make sure when we were finishing out the back of the necks that these things played really smooth, so that you know, as you're playing on stage again, this is the performer's guitar.
You made a comment earlier. The body is made of.
Yeah, that's solid aircraft grade aluminum that we machine out, and then we put an industrial grade powder coat on there. So
people like me can drop it on the stage, and I can still play it the next day.
Absolutely, yeah. And we install strap locks as well. So whenever you buy a guitar, it'll come with strap locks and a strap already ready to go. These are great Hennessy strap locks. So if you're getting wild and want to do a guitar spin or something like that, you can do that without worry. These are great strap locks.
Now, this is your first year at NAMM, so if somebody wanted to contact you in regard to this now, you have a website, Facebook?
We do, yeah, 660guitars.com, and we're actually running right now, we're running a NAMM sale, so if you hear about us at NAMM and you go to the website, we're running a sale that people could get them at a discounted price. These will be their first run prices, so we're doing something a little unique for the first 150 that we sell. It has a special serial number. This will be a unique thing as we grow as a business. It'll be kind of a one-of-a-kind deal.
We're going to try and get a little sample of the sound of the guitar, so if you stay with us, we're hopefully going to get that. If we don't, I really appreciate your time.
Thanks.
It's a pleasure speaking with you.
Absolutely. Really enjoyed it.
This is Brian with BackStage360. We'll work on seeing if we can get some of the sound next.
I'm going to step back a little bit and give us a little demo.
Sure. You're working with a friend of ours, Josh VTech PR, and how did that association come out, and what has it meant to you?
Yeah, we heard about Josh through an artist that we went and saw, and we were just really impressed with the artist, and we're curious how to get in contact with him, and ran into Josh that way, and we had such a pleasant experience that we were like, man, we'd like to work with you further and see how we could partner up and help each other out. And from that point, he's been a gateway to opportunities we could have never reached by ourselves.
Well, you're with a really good firm. You've got some tremendous equipment here. We appreciate your time and showing us some of this stuff.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot.
This is Brian with BackStage360. See you at NAMM.